Hi, my name is Giant Qatar, and I'm here today at Bit Basel Miami 2025, and we're here today with.
Matthew Malcolm,
That's
thanks for
right,
having me.
that's right, that's right. And you are one of the up and coming artists in Jamaica, and you were in the movie, the Bob Marley biopic
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, yeah.
And how was that?
Amazing, amazing, amazing. I mean, life changing in every aspect. A lot was learned about the history of this great man and, the movement.
Yep.
I mean, just his mentality and, I mean, discipline towards everything, just life, diet, his music. And so it was a big takeaway for me, I mean? It was amazing, man.
That's amazing. And you know what really drew you into your form of art? What really inspired you to go that route?
Well, I could say I was born in it. I mean?
I like that.
Yeah, literally, I've been singing from as long as I know myself.
That's a blessing.
So, we were three-time champions of a local competition back in Jamaica called All Together Sing. And from ever since then, as I can remember, I've been singing. You know what I mean?
Wow, that's a blessing to be surrounded by such healing music and like music which is all about life. It's like and so so this Bit Basil is a lot about all kinds of art, largely to do with virtual art, digital art. Are you familiar with the
Yeah,
space? Okay.
yeah, man, yeah,
And you
man.
collect anything or you hold
Well,
anything?
not yet, not yet.
Not yet, because I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Towards the end of this conversation,
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't count out the fact that you might be one of the first people to own one of our pieces, which
Yeah.
we'll talk about.
Yeah.
So digital art has really been transformational in how we view art. Usually art is a painting, art is a
Yeah,
statue, art is
yeah.
a lot of things. But then to see it as like a picture, you don't associate the same gravity because you think it's like a picture.
Yeah.
But in our art, we were a lost art car, a physical car commissioned by Tesla, the
Yeah,
car
I just heard
company.
that a while ago.
Yes, and so we were commissioned. So Tesla commissioned a famous artist called Lawrence Gartel. He's the father of digital art. He's like the Picasso for digital art. He's been doing it for 50 years, and I had a pleasure of meeting him, and not really meeting him. It was COVID at that time, but I had the pleasure of working with him in 2022, and really making his first NFT drop based off of that car. In the process, we learned that the car is lost. The physical car is gone, but he still had some parts left, which allowed us to NFT it and bring it back to life. And that was in 2022. So 15 years later, we brought the art to uh, Art Basel. So it's like in 15 years ago, 2010, it was a physical car. 15 years later, it was at Art Basel in 2010. 15 years later, it's at Bit Basel, and as digital art. So it's like a transformational journey, and I think our art represents that. That journeys might not be how you started. So based on where you started, you were humble beginnings of a up and coming artist, big dreams, and living the dream, and really following through with your vision and your purpose, and how that is going to also, you might not know what's going to be ahead of you, but that journey is going to shape you. And how do you feel about that as an artist? That tomorrow I mean, what do you think is in store for you and in your
Well,
journey?
well, I view life like, as you say, a journey. You know what I mean? So it's not something that I get up and really worry or think much about. For me,
I
it's
like that.
like, what I mean? I wouldn't say winging it, but for me, it's like
Take it as it comes.
take it as it comes. You know what I mean? And realizing that we don't always have control of this thing here. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Spaceship is so big. We alone can't fly it. You know what
That's
I mean? It
right.
takes a big team and it takes just enjoy life and enjoy your journey. Not be so worried about it, the ups and downs and
That's right.
the staircases. Be more open to the fact that, as you say, change.
Change.
I mean, how it start, that's not how it
Being
must finish.
comfortable with change is
Yeah,
how you shape yourself and become better.
absolutely, absolutely.
And I think that's one of the biggest parts of what I've learned when it comes to all this art is
Yeah.
being comfortable with open to all kinds of art forms,
Yes.
open to the,
Yes.
because I think that's the first gateway to understanding that not everything is a preconceived notion. You can't lean on that. You need to be open. And working with that kind of man, the cartel, really changed my perception of art and my view of a lot of things on how different forms of art are all still their own art. They're still meaningful in their own ways, and we don't have to ask the art to change. We should change ourselves to understand the art.
Because it's just expression, you know what I mean? It's
Yes.
all about expression, and
Yeah.
it's the same for music.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's the same for music. Like
Yeah.
as a Rastafarian or as a reggae artist, people wouldn't necessarily expect you to listen different forms of music.
Yes.
But the truth is, like, it's just expression. Hip
Yes.
hop is a different form of expression
Yes.
from contemporary or
All
R&B.
of it.
You know what I mean? It's just different, and you know what I mean. We should just be more open to not like, you know what I mean, just listening to what's popular, what's trending.
And
But
exactly, like, don't make up your mind. Like, go with it. Like, just
yeah,
live,
man. Yeah,
experience
yeah,
it, and
yeah,
then
yeah.
maybe talk about it.
Yeah,
So I
absolutely.
think it's really phenomenal that you've been able to understand and navigate
Right.
your art, and also understand, navigate, like, your journey,
Right.
bigger journey with like what you have, and be
Yeah.
confident in
Of
what you
course.
have
Of
to
course.
carry you forward. I like that, and I think, like you said, you take it as it comes, and you're open to all the experiences ahead of you.
Yeah, man. Life
So
is beautiful, bro.
life is
Life is
beautiful.
like a painting, you know?
Life is like a painting. Hopefully a digital painting, because
Yeah,
we're a bit
yeah.
Basel, Miami.
Hey, it's everything. A digital painting, all of
I'm
that.
just it's a
But
pleasure.
thanks for having me,
And
man.
so, one last thing,
Yeah.
we will be showcasing. We'll be releasing one of 1,000 pieces of art, which is a fractional ownership of the last lost art car,
Right.
and it'll be going to 1,000 people, and you'll be one of the first to receive one of those pieces.
Man, you hear
You'll,
that?
your first NFT is going to be a great one.
Man, man. Respect, respect, respect,
Awesome,
respect.
pleasure.
Yes, I.